Hello, everybody. Am I? Yes, I'm on. Okay. Ooh, I forgot. Hold on. I'm still pulling it together. Hello, everybody. Am I? Yes. Now you can hear me say that all again. Oh. And I left myself plenty of time tonight. The problem was that my digestive system decided to get grumpy with me. So anyway, I'm good. I'm good. I'm here, but I'm still getting my shit together, as you can see. Hi, Tavia. How you doing, honey? We missed you last week. And hello, Catherine, and hello, Roxanne. So glad to see you all. Let me get a charcoal set here. I have some very exciting news, which I will share in just a little bit. But I will tell you that I just turned off the air conditioner because the hum is obnoxious, and I have to praise you guys for putting up with it, for how long you've been putting up with it on videos. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. The pollen is so bad. It is so bad. We have ragweed pollen before it's June. Um, so I have a halls in my mouth, and I had to hit my inhaler, so I'm not clearing my throat in your ears all night. Ooh, looky here. Hi, Samantha. Swooping in. Hi, Laura. I'm so glad to see everybody. And Catherine, thank you so much, my dear. I got a gift today. The Chrysalis Tarot. It came today, and usually when I get a gift, I shoot the unboxing right away. This one may be delayed just a hair, because sitting downstairs right now as we speak is my brand new absolute beast of a computer. It's finally happened, you guys, and to my dearest sister in love, Denise, thank you so very much. Jacob has knocked it out of the park. He's got it built. My guy, he's our guy. Everybody needs a guy for computer stuff. That's what I forgot to do. Wash my glasses. My God, they're filthy. Anyway, he's got the box built, but then he's got to copy everything over from this system. It's just going to take a while. So that's priority. So the unboxing may come just a couple days from now. But thank you so very much. You know, that's a deck that I can't remember. Was it last week's live that it came up, and I was like, do I have that deck? I've seen it so many times and I've coveted it, but I don't own it. So thank you so very much. And so I turned the air conditioner off, and I'll tell you what's underneath my desk that I pray I don't dump. It's a little tub full of ice. So I can stick my toesies in there if I start getting overly warm, and then I can leave the air conditioner off because I can't open the window. Poor Piewagon's been sneezing his little ass off today. So, Sam, low level energy day? No. I've been like, things are wacky though. I mean, I'm sure, I'm absolutely certain everyone is feeling it. And it's Schumann resonance is things are just going wacky, and I think we're feeling like the general energy of the earth and the health of the electromagnetic field and whatever the sun's doing. I haven't been paying attention, but holy shit. And we're coming up to new moon. And Laura, fall used to be my worst, my only like allergy season. But now I'm allergic to everything that happens in the spring, so there's that. And then I'm allergic to everything that happens in the fall. In between, I can't do the heat and humidity in the summer, and then come winter, come fall, those are the big ones. And then come winter, I'm in the house with dust blowing everywhere, so I'm doomed, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it all. Just thank you for, putting up with the sounds of halls rattling around my mouth, but it's better than the sound of constantly, right? I just, it was the Arcane Bullshit deck, the video that I put up yesterday. I think I clipped 40 throat clears out of that thing, and I even left some in, so bad. But I'm learning how to stop talking, clear my throat, pause, and then start talking again instead of going in, So anyway, the new computer. We had some serious post-pandemic supply line hiccups with things not arriving, but things have arriven. Things have now arriven, and the system is built and waiting downstairs, and it's glorious, it's gorgeous, it's sexy, it's a beast. And I usually go, ew, when I hear things called sexy, but it's black, it's sleek, it's see-through on the side. And I said, probably by the time I die, my kids will still want my computer because it is a fucking beast. Anyway, I am looking forward to like blazing fast live streams and being able to do things like EQ the sound before it goes out live, so you can get the same incredible sound that you get on my unboxing videos. Air conditioner and all. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Tell me how you're doing. You have a little bit. I'm sorry you're feeling low energy, Sam. It's bloody hot here today, and it's going to be bloody hotter tomorrow, and I think bloody hotter on Saturday, and then it goes back down into the 70s. But yeah, it's been kind of nutty. So anyhow, let me get some shit out of the way that I left in the way. Let me light the charcoal, eh? You might see a couple new things on the desktop here. A beautiful selenite tower that I got at V-Rock last week for, I think it was $7. And they have huge ones. And then this beautiful little onyx cup. So I have a new little brandy cup made of onyx that I like very much. Yeah, I get that, Samantha. I get that. I feel it. I feel it coming. When is it? On Saturday, I do believe. Let's take a look. I've not shot the last couple moon videos because things have just been nutty. But those videos don't get much attention. And I'm not saying, they do have people that watch them, and I want to give you that content, but I just haven't. I'm thinking a lot about astrology, and I'm thinking a lot about, what I'm going to do with this new system. First thing, I have to rearrange everything because it is too big to go anywhere with what I already have. So, okay, so Saturday is full moon, and it happens at 11:42 p.m., so like midnight. 18 minutes to midnight is the peak. But ooh wee, what a fun Saturday night that's going to be, huh? Stick close to home with a Sag full moon. Yeah, don't tell a Saggy to stick close to home. Anyhow, let me get this hauls done, and then we will do a bit of a grounding. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Welcome. Are you new here? I think you're new here. don't put any stock in my memory. So you could have been here before. If you're not, welcome. If you have been, welcome back. So good to see you. All right. Hold on, I'm going to chew the darn thing. Talk amongst yourselves. I could do ASMR crunching. Strawberry moon. Absolutely. Okay, wait a minute. Let me catch up here. Got a weird day on tap for tomorrow. Uh-oh. All right. Laura needs a boost for tomorrow. Confidence vibes. You're new. Okay. Welcome, 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 Fran. Hi. I'm so glad you guys are here. Let's get to a grounding, huh? Oh, you know what I forgot? Water. No matter, I'll get it in a bit. It's going to be a night of, I'll be right back. Okay. So let me put myself up in the corner here, and let's do a getting settled in. Wait a minute, I'm going to turn something on over here. Sorry. There we go. You know, you don't think the lights, a couple lights I have put off much heat, but they do. All right. If you have sage or any cleansing smoke, light it up. And by air and fire, may this space and myself and you and the space between us be purified and charged. And may I, you, and the space between us, by water and earth, be blessed and made whole. So mote it be. And by the sound of the bell, the first sound, let it clear the space. Those of you that are musical, do you notice that the bell is in tune with the drums? All right, the second bell, let it clear your mind. And with the third bell, come down into your body, come into sharp focus right at the third eye, into the here and now. Hello, Marcy. Come down into the body. Feel your skin. Feel everything. Feel the bottoms of your feet. Feel your toes. Feel the skin all the way up your legs. Feel the skin at the very top of your head. Now I'm going to start you at the top of your head with a wave of relaxation starting at your scalp and flowing down all around your body at the scalp, just this beautiful wave, whatever color feels relaxing to you. This beautiful wave of relaxation flowing down your body. And feel it go down, 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 all the way down to the bottoms of your feet and the tips of your toes. And as it reaches the tips of your toes, another wave starts at the top and moves down. And as soon as that one gets down to your legs, let another one start. And this is how they continue, wave after wave, just relaxing and refreshing. waking up everything it touches and waking it up into relaxation. And then putting your attention at the base of your spine, open up that energy center and let a root go down. And as it does, you've now provided an exit for every bit of energy in your body that does not serve you in this present moment. Just let it flow down. Let it flow into the earth. Feel the earth absorbing all of that energy to turn it into compost, and feel earth energy replacing what you've let go of, and let that energy flow up the root. Up into your body. When it meets your body, let it rush down your legs and rush up into your body. When it reaches your shoulders, it flows down your arms and up into your neck and up into your head, and just feel it smoothly flowing around in your body. And you can observe how it flows. Does it go in one big spiral? Does it go in a lot of little spirals? Up one side, down the other? There's no right or wrong. Just observe. And now exhaling. And with a deep breath, pull that energy up and make it brighter. Easily, easily. No strain on your part. Release just the breath. And again. Brighter, 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 more sparkling. Release only the breath. All the way out. And again. Exhale through the crown. Watch the energy go up, arc around you, and come down on all sides. A beautiful egg, a beautiful sphere of light. You can use your arms to trace, to feel it. Feel it come down around you on all sides. It comes down, touches the floor, the ground, and then sinks down to hug the root. And now, pardon me, opening up the crown and allowing cosmic energy to rush in. It is the balancing energy to the earth energy. It is the force to the earth's form, the force and the form, the yang and the yin, the heavens and the earth. Perfect balance. Let it flow down in all through your body, joining with the earth energy. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, you feel more come in. And another. Exhale and feel it flowing in to balance the earth energy. Making you even more relaxed. This makes you feel space between your cells so that your muscles stretch out and relax. And another in-breath. And on the exhale, more cosmic energy flows in. Let it flow down the cord, joining with the outer shell and up the outside, meeting and back up into space. Feel these two conduits, kind of like this. I don't know. Anyway, you're held in perfect balance between these two. And as these energies flow, please touch in your mind on the energies that you need in order to feel balanced. If you are feeling sluggish, then maybe some of the cosmic energy can help you awaken and liven up a little bit. And if you're feeling scattered, the earth energy can help ground you. However you're feeling, let these balancing energies bring you into balance as well. And now exhaling, deep breath in, And as you exhale, push out a layer from your egg. See this beautiful sphere of light, a layer going out into space where it instantly connects with a layer of everyone else's. I see this beautiful geometric pattern of intersecting circles, intersecting spheres. It's three-dimensional. It's well beyond three-dimensional, truthfully. And know that as energy flows between us, the personal egg that we have filters out what does not belong to us, but allows good intentions and good healing energies to flow in from others. So we feel connected, and guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, gods and goddesses, my team. Thank you so much for being here. We offer you gratitude and welcome, as though you're ever gone, but you know. Thank you so much for being here. Help my mind to be clear tonight. Help messages to be exactly what people watching now or in the future are needing to hear. And may the energy that we share be attractive to others who are looking for something like this. May they be attracted and find what they need here as well. All right, I'm going to introduce the decks, and then I'm going to take half a second to go plug in a tiny little fan because I'm going to melt if I don't. All right, first one is our Goddess deck. This is the Oracle of the Goddess by Guyan, Sylvie Winter, and Joe Dose. Then we have the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Such a great earthy deck. And then we have the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. And then we have the Connolly Tarot. I've been having a conversation about the Connolly Tarot with a viewer, can't remember the name right now. And I just got a terrible disappointment. And the Connolly Tarot is by Eileen and Peter Paul Connolly. I thought I had found a copy of the Feng Shui deck, which is also by Eileen and Peter Paul Connolly. And I just was reminded of that deck like yesterday or a couple of days ago. And I went looking for it. It's out of print. US Games has it listed on their site, but it says out of stock. It doesn't say out of print. And the only copies I could find available anywhere were used, and they were asking hundreds of dollars for them. So I found a place called Star Magic Space Age Toys. I think it's starmagic.com, and I guess it was a shop, a brick and mortar shop for a couple of decades somewhere, I don't know where. And they had the deck for $20. And I grabbed it, and it's like, I'm so excited. So they probably, the store closed, they had it in their stock, and it's still up on their website. Well, I just got a notice that the order was canceled and refunded. I'm so sad. Anyway, I'm on a hunt for that deck, and I'm hoping US Games, I think I may reach out to them and see if they're planning on reprinting. Anyway, hello, Marcia. I'm so glad you're here, sweetie. Yay! Starseed. Yes, Starseed is a very good one. Absolutely. All right, then. Listen to the drums. BRB. Okay, hope that's not too loud. There, I turned it down. As long as there's a breeze blowing on my feet. I have to have air moving or it's just like, okay, wait a minute here. All right. So, chatter, chatter, chatter. Okay, let's start with the Astro dice. Oh, dear Astro dice. Okay. What do we need to know today? I'll tell you one thing we need to know. It's a rabbit night. Or tomorrow is a rabbit day, I should say. It's the first of the month. So if you subscribe to such things, first words out of your mouth tomorrow should be rabbit. And then it's good luck. I actually have an alarm on my phone. So I talk about being allergic to superstition, but do I participate in it? Oh, hell yes. Just for fun. So I have an alarm set for 11:59 and it comes on and says 1 minute to rabbit. And then I sit there and as soon as it turns midnight, I say rabbit, and then I'm done. Right? Okay. Are you working? Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to go now. So here we have Jupiter in Aquarius in the 11th house. Aquarius and Aquarius's house. So, are we talking about change? We're talking about friendship. We're talking about, last week we were on the 7th house and talking about committed partnerships, romantic or work partnerships or enemy relationships, something that you're committed and entangled with someone, bonded with someone. This 11th house is talking about friendship. So 5th house is kind of like romance and the love you have to offer, and then we go to 11th house, which is sort of the love you receive from your friends, the people that you attract, the people you like to hang out with. And it's also your hopes and dreams. So it's kind of like the house of your chosen tribe, I think. We've got all the houses that show our relatives and then our partners as far as, who we partner with for a long term, whether life or not. And 11th house is those side by side friend relationships and the tribe that we attract. So chosen family, and Jupiter is generosity and expansion and exploration. So what do we do in the area of our friends and our tribe that is about expanding the opportunities of the future, expanding as far as technology goes, revising relationships, letting your freak flag fly with your friends, being your own unique self. Aquarius sort of rules uniqueness in my book because it's got that, rebellious energy and that, one of these things is not like the others vibe. And so it's talking about sort of expanding your uniqueness, really allowing your weird vibe, what sets you apart from everyone, what makes you think, I don't fit, I'm not one of those people, I don't fit there. What is it that you can really expand and allow it to bring opportunities in, allow it to take you farther, allow it to attract your tribe, Interesting, because Jupiter ruling the 9th house, Sagittarius, is about mass media, reaching out in mass media. Aquarius is technology. 11th house is like-minded people. And what do you know? Here we all are. Here we all are. Okay. I always look to see what Tavia's got to say. Okay. Okay, Samantha, where'd that come from? I was talking about that last week, and I don't know because I've never seen the musical, but I know that part. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, pick, pick, pick. Cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little. I don't know what musical that's from. I usually use it to close readings. Oh, the Starseed, not the pick a little, talk a little. Yes. Drinking from the cup filled with human kindness. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Oh, Tavia, that's really wonderful. And yes, with Aquarius and the humanitarian vibe, and Jupiter expanding that vibe to all of humanity and our own hopes. So this can really carry the vibe here of busting down more boundaries, of really dissolving those rigid yet artificial barriers, not boundaries, barriers, so that we can really join with all of the ones that are really like us. This is one of the wonderful things about social media, with all the evils that it has exposed. That's another positive thing, is that it has exposed some things that needed exposed, but it really does allow us to find our true tribe, because we're far flung. You're going to find some people in your own community, physical community, but to be able to expand out globally and through technology connect with people who share the same hopes and dreams and visions is a wonderful service to humanity. And I still believe that social media should be a public utility, as the internet should. All right. The Music Man, okay. So we have number 4 coming up first, and that is the Connolly. This will be interesting. Now, I have the book, the apprentice level book that Eileen Connolly wrote. She has apprentice, journeyman, and master. The journeyman and master level books cannot be gotten, not without shit tons of money. But I have the apprentice book, so I'm starting to read that. She's very systematic, I will say. It's the thing about, you have to, as soon as you get your cards, take them out of the box, put them in this, do this, or it's all going to be bad. And it kind of makes me itch, because you know me, don't tell me what to do. Sun-Uranus conjunction. But I do understand the value of, when you're beginning with this, of putting strong ritual around what you do and strong rules, because that's going to, first of all, put your brain on alert that something special's happening with this, right? The more specially you treat it, the more your subconscious gets the idea that, hey, okay, here's what's happening here. They are using this tool to open a gate so I can speak to them. And, it does count. So, but there's a lot of Christian vibe in it too. I can get around it. I mean, I've spent my entire life getting around it. So, who's here? Laura. Alrighty. What do we need to know, Connolly Tarot, with gratitude to Eileen and her son for this beautiful, beautiful deck. And I asked them to, please, send one of the Feng Shui decks my way. Oh, please, and thank you. That would be great. Okay. These want to come out, so that is what we'll do. The Wheel of... Oh, here we go. Here we go, friends and neighbors. The Wheel of Fortune comes out first. So we have fate versus destiny. We have luck. We have impermanence. The wheel that just keeps turning and turning and turning. And we have... Ooh, okay. In the middle here, we have this deck's blank card, and it says Gateway to Meditation. So in the middle there is a fill in the blank, fill in the blank. And on this side is the Star card. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune and Star. This, I'm seeing Wheel of Samsara here, that we really are in, on a cycle. We are part of a cycle of rising and falling, birthing and dying. It's, you know, we're on this constant cycle, winning, losing, all of the things that you can think up and down. Creating, destroying. And the Star card, that is a very Uranian card. I always think of Temperance as kind of a Uranian card for some reason, but the Star card is a very Uranian card because it allows you to look to the future. It allows you to imagine something new, and that's what hope is. Imagining something other, imagining something new, and investing your belief in that scenario. So, what is the effect of our mindset and our hopes on the way this wheel turns and how we perceive how that wheel turns? The Gateway to Meditation card, first of all, I'm going to see if they mention it in here because I'd like to see what their comments are about it. And boy, I sure don't see it immediately. I'm looking and I do not see it. But the Gateway to Meditation, this card says you have to define this for yourself. Hi, I'm here. It got kind of foggy for a second there. So what is your gateway to meditation? Where is the point where you feel it open, you know, where you feel the temporal and the physical fall away and your mind and your spirit able to access karmic records, be able to see the patterns of karma, and to be able to connect with cosmic energy and a guidepost. I'm seeing a guidepost very strongly here. Now this in the middle is also saying, get your ass meditating. Do it. Okay, we've got the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the end is the Ten of Swords. All right, I'm going to read these because they're this deck is very different than the standard. So I would like it to speak with its voice. Four of Pentacles. Strong attachment to material pursuits and endeavors, so firmly footed, keep control, so that is definitely standard. But I'm looking at him looking up at the Wheel of Fortune here. And this can maybe be talking about our tendency to try to control that wheel in terms of, I only ever want to be on the side that's moving up. I don't ever want to be on the side that's coming down. And so his feet are firmly planted, and he's, you know, he is so rooted in the material. And what he's looking at, this Wheel of Fortune, is all centered in the material. Success and failure is all about money and the material. But look at the Page of Cups on this side. The Page of Cups that is in touch with his emotions, in touch with the less material side of things, looking up at the star, saying that with my emotional energy, rather than spending my time, my physical energy, my mental energy looking at the turning of the wheel and either trying to hang on to it before it goes down or trying to push it to get it going up, we can tap into the more meditational, the more emotional, and turn that towards hope. Start investing our emotional energy in a new vision. And this 10, this 10 of Swords at the end, we will certainly take some cards on that, but let's see here. Okay, 10 of Swords. Extreme unhappiness, depression, and a deep sense of loss. Allow new energy to transform you. Change is imminent. Well, yes, change is always imminent. Change is here. Change is happening. Always, always. This kind of hits me very personally as we've had another death in my extended family today. So just relentless. Page of Cups, young person who can offer help. Okay, but I choose to look at this as that unadulterated emotional energy, that ability to look inward from meditation. So So if we go the other way and we look at this loss, that certainly explains that maybe the negative path we can take when we've suffered loss is to get very materialistic about things. And our hopes become then just I'm hoping to stop this wheel, you know, I'm hoping to stay on the positive side of everything at all times. Whereas if we can suffer loss and look at it emotionally and take care of ourselves emotionally and look for the experience of the emotions to guide us, to be a guide to imagining something better. Now, let's look at, we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Six of Cups. So the Knight of Wands here, pardon me, just talks about being on the move, creative energy on the move, and the Six of Cups is about past. So we are talking about past stuff here. Oh, wow, I'm getting a really strong message here about home. It's odd, but this Knight of Wands is talking about old stuff and you know, old fears and things that are centered around the home, centered around losing one's home, moving from one place that you loved. Where are we going in the future? Because the Knight of Wands to me talks about movement, going, moving, traveling, changing home, changing. So he is definitely a card of change, but he is a card of taking that change by the reins and saying, here's the change that is occurring, how can I direct it? And, you know, this is what took me back to the old home stuff too, is this Six of Cups. Sharing memories with someone else from the family. Let me look up the Six of Cups. I'm expecting this one to be pretty standard. From the past will come happiness. You may meet an old friend or acquaintance. So with these friendships here, it might be time to kind of connect with someone from your past. I'll tell you one thing. It may be time to look at your past relationships and think about, you know, we can have some pretty cringy moments when we look back on relationships that we had when we were young and when we thought we knew it all, and then we look back and go, ay, that was bad, that was cringy, I didn't know shit, I hurt some people, I did, you know, or just being stupid. And ask yourself if it may be time to go back and say something to somebody, and it doesn't have to be huge. It's just like, hey, you know, I've been thinking about you, and just, wow, was I a mess back then? You know, I'm so sorry that I was such a mess, and, you know, thinking about you and grateful for blah, 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 you know, if they did something wonderful for you at the time, or just kind, you know, that this had an impact on me. Contacting someone from the past to just say, you impacted me in this way. It can feel very good on both ends, because people don't necessarily know the effect that they've had on you, or you on them even. But we have people that impact us all the time, and sometimes it's very nice to go back and say, hey, this time in my life I was going through this, it was really tough, and you were there for me with support, you helped me move through, and I just wanted to let you know that. And if you know, have a specific thing that they did, mention that specific thing. You know, it's a gift. That's a gift. That can be, you know, a wonderful wheel. Thank you for the healing gift. Okay. Samantha had a flash of us being inside like a gyroscope and a door to the star. Oh, I was watching a video today and a guy was doing a gyroscope thing. Wow. The card of the unknown, getting comfortable with not knowing. Absolutely, Tavia. That's the blank card. The blank card in Hanson Roberts where they're pulling back the curtain and it says to all believers is that leap of faith thing. You can't have an answer right now. What do you do when you can't have an answer? And that may be, thanks Tavia, the gateway to meditation here is being in a position where we don't know. are in a position of knowing the wheel's going to go down again. If it's on an upswing now, it's going to change. Everything changes. If that's upsetting to you, what do you do with that information? That is the gateway to exploring, outside of the physical and into the cosmos, into the star. Okay. Cringy, yep. Oh, thank you, Laura. That's where grokking dwells. Yep. Six of Cups can also be the reunion of the individual with their true nature. Ooh, or the reunion of soulmates. That's wonderful, Catherine. That's really wonderful. I never, ever thought of it that way, but that's an excellent read of that. So that we can, like she said, come back to your true nature here. But I love the way it kind of divides from the ups and downs of being in a body, and then the expansiveness of being able to step into meditation and transcend that physical and the time, the time space thing, and come home to our true selves, being able to take creative action. There's one more, and we have Knight of Pentacles here. It's about responsibility, self-responsibility. Knight of Pentacles talks to me about leveling up as far as how you deal with your resources, how you deal with the material. This is the material. This is your first and most important chunk of material goods. How do you deal with it? Knight of Pentacles says it's time to level up. Time to level up. And, all this stuff about friendships and stuff, it can talk about taking concrete steps to connect or reconnect. And he is certainly the slow-moving knight. So we have Knight of Wands going, yeehaw, giddy up. And then we got the Knight of Pentacles going, slow down. So there's both sides of that, too. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Jessica. Yes, we have all had our moments. Oh, dear. Indeed, we have. Okay. Who's up next? Thank you, Connolly Tarot. 1, 2, or 3. We have 2. The other tarot. Okay. Forest of Enchantment. Oh, such a pleasure to shuffle. Try not to spray them all over the place like I did with the This Might Hurt deck. Well, it might just be where I'm at right now, but I'm getting extremely intolerant with unshuffleable decks. I'm glad, Laura. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always like to know when something lands. And we are at the magical number of 13 that are watching now. Well done, my friends. All right, let the magic flow. All right. What do you have to tell us tonight? Oh, they want to fly. They want to fly. I'm going to close my eyes. Okay. What do you have to tell us? All right. We have the Ace of Challenges, the Ace of Boons, and the Three of Visions. Aces, aces. Ace of Challenges is a new beginning that comes from decisions of yes and no, right? Ace of Boons is a new physical beginning. So we need to trim some things out in order for our new physical, our physical realm to have a fresh start. So this is hitting me personally too, because I desperately need to get back on keto, but there are a couple things standing in my way. It's okay when it's time. Looking at physically, is it a habit that you need to change? Is it a food you need to stop eating? Is it, I've got to get rid of all this shit that's stacked in my corners so my home can feel like it's living in open, spacious, and breathing again? Do I need to get to a new place to live? I'm reminded of the Knight of Wands down here. Is it time for me to look at a new living situation? And if it is for you, you have my prayers, because I know that it's just not good right now, not good. But the Three of Visions here is party time. So we have a good new physical beginning, and this talks about getting together with friends and celebrating who we are. The Child of Spells, the Ten of Spells, and then we have sunlight at the bottom. Yes, we are on our way to the solstice, aren't we? So here's the Child of Spells, which is wands, looking at the creativity. So when we're kind of trimming things down and looking at a new physical beginning, we need to engage our sense of play and our sense of creation. In your living space, we know that we're really restricted by society's codes of fashion and what's acceptable and what's not, and those barriers are falling for sure. But we also have that kind of thing about our living space, that decoration looks like this. When you decorate your home, it needs to look like this, and you look up things and it's somebody else's kind of generic little things sitting around and throws here and there, but it's not very individual. So what I'm seeing here is, in your living space, just really allowing your individuality to be seen. I don't know that you can't see it, but my closet door, there's my husband's closet door there, my closet door is over here. And it is covered with pictures of Tara. There's green Tara and white Tara and my Tara teacher. And there were times when I've had great big pictures of like Froude's fairies all over my walls, and this doesn't look like the typical room of an adult, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There are shelves over there that are stacked with games, shelves over here that are stacked with my toys, my decks, and just the way my husband and I decorate and go about things. It's very kind of fluid, it's very creative, and it is very childlike too. We like the things that make us happy and that delight us. So bring that childlike quality into the process of trimming and regrounding, resituating, replanning, Then we have Ten of Spells over here, which talks about sharing a burden. These people look like they're on their way to something that's not so much fun. So it does talk about burdens that require sharing. Let me look this up because it is interesting and I forget. Okay. Yeah, exhaustion, burnout, disenchantment, regret. Burdens too big to bear alone. Too big to bear. 3 bear alone. All right. Give me a second. Again, though, we're talking about friendships and community. Maybe looking at, okay, maybe we need to do some trimming in our friend groups, Maybe we need to look and see, these are people that I've, maybe friends you had from college or something, but maybe things have diverged a little bit, or there's a friend group where there's that one person that's always and everybody just puts up with it, the person that's always fill in the blank. Sometimes friends of groups have that one friend that wherever event you throw, they bring the drama, and they need all the attention. That one friend that nobody really trusts. There's a lot of things like that, and maybe look at that situation, because there's a new grounding with friends here. And the friends that you want around you are the ones that can share burdens with you, are ones that you can be childlike with. And look at the sunlight down here. So we can have friends that share burdens with us, that help us, that support us being our true selves. Brand new level of being your true self and letting yourself shine out into the world, reflected by the physical things in your world. You know, does your living space reflect your beautiful, unique spirit? Or does it reflect, these were the things that Target said would look great in my house? Okay, I don't have a lot more about that. This one feels very, we're not, you know, digging deep for the roots, and that's good because I do that all the time. But this really does feel like lightening up, lightening the load for the season. And I want to ask, I don't have any of my Aussies here, do I? But I do have Marcy from way down. Do you guys, is your school year flipped opposite of ours? Are you guys out, you know, for the summer when it's your summer, or do you, I don't know why it would follow our schedule and why you wouldn't be out in the summer of school, but you know, I don't know how it works. Anyway, this season that we're going into in the Northern Hemisphere of vacation and summer and going out and having fun, let's look at what we can trim, is what's on our minds, the challenges that are on our minds, that we can decide how much of it we want to bear, and if we've got too much to bear, we can certainly connect with friends. We can certainly start something new where we get together a certain amount of times and share our troubles, do something creative, let our lights shine. That's the final message there. All right. Yes, thank you, Catherine. Hit that like button. It maketh me happy. It helps the people that are looking for us as their tribe to find us. It's kind of funny to me how I've managed to stay this small on live streams. But I'm glad. I look at, you know, we stay coven-sized, which is fascinating. You know, I look at other channels where they've got, like, you know, hundreds of people and the messages are zipping by, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. I like to be able to be part of the conversation that you guys are having. Okay. 1 and 3. No, that was 2. 1 and 3. Ding, ding. 4. 1 and 3. Ding. 1. Okay. The Oracle of the Goddess. I almost pulled out that same Goddess Oracle that I had last week because, ooh, that was fun, and I haven't played with her in a while. And this one requires lookups for the ones that I'm not very well versed in. Okay. Okay. What, oh what, do you have to tell us? Which goddess? Hold on. She don't want to go back in. Neither does she. Gosh, we had Rhiannon last week. And Freya. And Lakshmi. There's Lakshmi. I gotta get lighting on the top of that altar. Anyhow, alright. Gimme the book. Oh, she has these grouped. Hold on. Ah, this is one of those decks that makes it really hard to find. Okay, because she has them Universal Goddesses, Indian, Chinese, so you got to find the group first. So you have to know what group they're in, Celtic, and then you can look them up. All right. So she is Goddess of the Night. If the Queen of the Night appears to you, she wants to help you to fulfill your deepest desire. Hopes. So accept what comes to you now without grasping for it, because what is yours will come to you without much effort. Begin to imagine that you can consciously change the shape of your image of the world. Learn to use your attention well, and you will be able to see yourself mirrored in every other life form, just like the goddess. This is not only a magic gift, but the great art of life. Remember the inspirations of the night. Remember the moment you fall asleep and the moment your spirit wakes up in your body again. These are the most important gates to the heaven world.
At night, your soul grows wings. It leaves the earthly realm and flies back to the world of the invisible. What people call time doesn't exist, but in the visible world, yes, the space time place. In the world of the invisible, there is no such thing as time. In this world, names and words don't count. They dissolve like earthly time the very moment you cross the threshold. Okay, so the only reason there is time is because we are in a body. Without the material, there is no time. All right? The only reason we have a sense of space, of a position in space, is because we're in a body. Without the body, there is no space. Without the body, everything is instantly accessible. I'm going to check this real quick because I've got a couple. All right. No emergencies. Okay, so talking about remembering and when you fall asleep and the moment you wake up. So what that's leading us to is that liminal place, that in-between place. And I have a bad habit of, I lie in bed and I watch Dark Shadows until my eyes are crossing, and then I shut the TV off and go to sleep. And I don't spend time falling asleep. To lie there and to breathe slowly. And, the reason why is because when you have anxiety and you let yourself be in that calm space, the brain kicks up, And so the discipline then is to be with the body and with the breath. And take your body into breathing as you breathe when you're asleep. Okay? Go through the relaxation thing, go through the deep breathing thing, and just kind of stay as aware as you can be of going into that crossover place. If you do that for a length of time over and over, it's priming you for for lucid dreaming and for astral travel, conscious astral travel. So there's the oracle. There's Rhiannon talking about the nighttime and that liminal spaces. Fulfill your deepest desire. It's very interesting. Anyway, this deck is very interesting. I haven't used it in a long time, and they don't give you like keywords and stuff, so we'll just see how it plays out together. Celtic Scandinavian. Okay, Freya, the goddess of the elves. A message can be understood in many ways. A message talks with many tongues. Learn to tell which message is right. That's an interesting statement. Everything depends on the mind of the person who hears the message, on his or her eyes and ears, and experiences and traumas and loves and desires and expectations and all of that. Wow. The low voices of nature spirits want to show you the way now, but often we don't listen to the subtle voices that want to help us and follow the confusing voices in our head instead, which keep talking to us without respite. Let go of these voices which come from the past and still wish to determine your future. Let go of the things that suppress you, that hold your spirit prisoner and hide your truth from you. Learn to see what is precious in your life and do away with things that prove unreal and thus worthless. Don't pursue them any longer. That's the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles there. All it takes is a little light to see the difference. Sometimes all it takes is turning one's head to see the truth behind all the appearances. It is not until you've found the truth inside yourself that your life will change and reveal its deeper meaning to you. So they're talking about really listening to the subtle voices. And to me, the difference between the things I'm doing in my head and the messages that are coming from the outside is if I find myself thinking of something and I can't trace where it came from. Times like I'll find myself thinking of something and go, why in the hell am I thinking of that? And I can trace it back and go, oh, okay, so that's coming from me. But when you can't find the origin of something, it's very likely that that voice is coming from outside or coming through your intuitive body. And those are the small voices that we're being called to listen to here. What was I? Oh, this was a funny thing. Tam and I were talking yesterday about things that get stuck in your head and you don't know why. And when Morgana was very tiny, I, day after day, found myself with something relentless in my head, and it was, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I'm like, why? Why am I thinking? And it would just, day after day, it would be in my head, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I finally figured out Morgana had a little toothbrush when she was teeny tiny, and it played a little song that she would brush her teeth to, and it was, I'm your friend, brushy brushy. Keep your teeth shiny and bright. So that would kick off, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. And it took me a while to find. Anyway, that's a story that doesn't really pertain to this at all, but the intuitive voices will pop in from someplace else. So like when I'm reading and all of a sudden a thought arrives, and particularly when the ones arrive that make me go, oh, I never thought of that. That's intuition operating. And then Lakshmi. The lucky goddess, yes. Take courage and consult the lucky goddess. Look, she's the wheel of fortune. Trust in what she will bring you. Asking is right, rejecting is wrong. Acceptance brings luck. Rejection, pain. Blessed are those who open up for the good in their lives. Luck often comes secretly, dressed in unspectacular clothes. If your luck approaches this way, be watchful. Be alert to realize it for what it is. Be attentive to see what it wants to show you. One man's happiness may be another man's burden. What makes one person's heart jump with joy means tears to another. Be careful with your actions, focus on your true wishes deep down in your heart, and don't waste the magic power of your inner being, which listens to the voice of the goddess. Remember your inner being, and all the joy and the luck of the world will reveal themselves to you and lay themselves at your feet. Preserve it well. Appreciate it, and it will increase and nourish your heart with happiness from an inexhaustible source. But take care not to boast and keep it solely to yourself. Take care to not to keep it solely to yourself and thus weaken its power. Okay, wait. Take care not to boast and keep it solely to yourself. Take care not to keep it solely to yourself and thus weaken its power. Okay. So they're saying that it weakens its power when you keep it to yourself. So I think that means spread it around. I'm not really sure. But I do that. It's making me go, because in spell work, in magical work, when you are doing a big working, like a big working, and looking to really move big things, once you have released that spell, once you have sent it off, zip it. Frickin' zip it. After it manifests, talk about it all you want. But until it manifests, when it's out there working, keep it solely to yourself. Because if you're talking about it to somebody, you kind of pull the energy back in and it doesn't go do its work. The final step of really doing effective magical work is releasing it to the universe. And that is an act of trust. I'm not going to talk about it and fuss about it and think about it, because I trust that you're going to do what I need done. Now, of course, on your end, you're still doing the things that you need to do to prepare for receiving this thing, or prepare for its manifestation. You are the hands and the feet and the brain of that magic at work. But it's kind of like a birthday wish. Did you ever hear that? Don't tell your wish or it won't come true. There it is. There it is. So I don't know if these tie together for me. Let's see. So we had the Lady of Night, we had the Lady of the Elves, we had the Lady of Luck, we've got Shakti and Trimurti. Okay. I'm getting pulled to the east, that's for sure. The Goddess of Vitality, Trimurti, who should be right here too. Lakshmi. Oh, but where is she? Oh, she's the goddess of the universe. Vitality, universe, and Athene. So we're talking about intellect there. This has been an interesting rediscovering of this oracle. This is the goddess of knowledge. So we go from night and elves and luck down through vitality and the universe. This is our energy. We're in the liminal space. We're listening to the small voices. We're trusting. We're trusting, and trust increases our luck. And then we've got vitality and the universe. So the actions that we take and the life that we pour into the work that we do is what brings it about. And we're tapping into these universal forces. You know, everything that we need and want and desire and, you know, exists in the universe. It exists in, at least in thought form, in energetic form. So we use our vital energy to reach out to the universe and bring it into manifestation. And this happens through our thoughts and our brain and our intellect. And, you know, coming through, I'm going to read Athene's. Okay, let me take a look here. Clarity, discernment. Let it go to the universe. Absolutely. We are birthing something new. Yes, these are all the wonderful goddesses. Okay, here's the Greek ones. So she says, stand on your own feet and look for any advice in your own mind and your own heart. No longer waste your powers searching for the knowledge which actually resides inside yourself. The source of wisdom which gives you life is within yourself. You won't find it in the outer world, no matter how long you might look for it there. Turn around, turn to yourself, and the fruits of your insight will abound. Now, I'm getting pulled in a little different direction with this card. Because yes, trust in your own wisdom and insight. And beef up that wisdom and insight with knowledge. Go for knowledge. Read about goddesses. Read about the ones that have done what you want to do before you. You know, NLP says if you want to succeed at something, find somebody that's already done it and do what they did. You know, it worked for them. Those steps should work for you too. But so in order for your insight and your intuition to be just as beefy as it can be, back it up with knowledge. Be a reader. And you can bring the trust to bear with this too, where you just, you know, I have had repeated experiences of having something occur to me, like having a big insight about something and a big understanding of, oh, that's what it is. And then very shortly after having a book or something and reading, watching something and having it validated. For instance, the red and white ribbons for the maypole and what that originally was about. You know, it's like, I get that. And then, sorry if you had headphones on. And then, but yeah, that rang my bell. And then having it validated, reading about it, and yes, that is a thing that was known. So that can help you to trust your intuition. But yeah, Athene here is about having knowledge to back up the intuition too, and to prime the intuition. It definitely helps the intuition to function. Okay, let's see here. Yes, I love the goddess decks too. Starting out with the Queen of the Night, we go back to stepping into the unknown. Then all the other goddesses selected are creating this kind of spiral. These, yeah. I mean, there's just, it's all goddess energy. It's all part of us. We have the depths that we draw upon, and we have our backup and our guides and our fairies and everything, and we have the goddess of luck, who is there to bring us all good things, you know. All right, I'm going to close these up. Thank you, my dear goddess. And now, look at Marcy. Was it Marcy that said that we are ending a reading with the starseed? Okay. I'm so glad I edged this deck. I was really kind of doubtful when I did it. And I bought a whole set of Sharpie highlighters in all these beautiful colors just to do this deck. Actually, there was one other deck I did, and the one Sharpie that I used lost ink, and ooh, it made me upset. It was what, Renewal Spirits? I can't remember. Anyway. No matter. Oh, that one wanted to stay down. We'll take it. All right, Starseed. Readings are very much lighter this week, aren't they? And there is that slightly scattered feeling to them. We're under a Scorpio moon tonight, so hey, intensity. Intensity in 10 cities. It's probably, when did it go? I think it went last night. Yeah, no, today. Fresh Scorpio moon at 7:45 tonight, so we are in the first decan of Scorpio. Very intense. Incoming transmission. Oop, here we go. All right, blue flame. Let's turn you over. Hiraeth. Is that how that's pronounced? Hiraeth? 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 Longing for home, homesick for the stars, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time, and a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Homesick and longing for the stars. Okay, show of hands. Who's always had a really hard time being in a body? Being on this planet and not being limitless and infinite and all that, you know. I have always felt like a stranger here. And I betcha I'm not alone. I betcha I'm not alone. So tap into that. What is it that you're longing for? What is it that feels not home here? Hold on. When I was born, I didn't breathe for 3 minutes, and that was because they induced labor with Pitocin, and that suppresses a breathing reflex, but they all looked at that as validation of, oh, it's a good thing we induced, because you induced, I didn't breathe. And so they knocked my mother out while they were trying to get me going. And she was out for a while, and so I spent the first, I don't know how many hours, in an isolette, not being held. And then because of not breathing, and you know, it could also have been because I may have been premature, I was having this realization, my mother's cycles were wildly irregular. So when they determine due date from your last menstrual period, we're all bets off there, you know? So, and my sister was supposedly late, but again, was she? And so because of that, they decided that I would be early, but again, they picked a pagan holiday for my birthday, so I'm not complaining, but the pediatrician told my mother when she went home from the hospital to let me cry to strengthen my lungs. So after the birth experience, there was the experience of crying and crying and crying and not having anybody come. And it set up depression in me. And the only thing I could think to call it was homesickness, but that was the feeling I had. I would get this terrible homesickness, just awful, to the point where I would make lists of people. Is this the one I want? Is this who I'm looking for? When I was in high school, you know, all the rock stars, I thought, is this person, would this person help with this? I could not name who it was I was missing, and who I was missing was Mother. When I finally figured that out in my early 30s, and did that grief work, I have never felt lonely since then. I've never felt alone. I've never felt, well, homesick, yeah, if I've been, away from home and it's like, I can't wait to get home. But not that homesick. If you remember as a kid, like if you went to camp for school or something and you had, that homesickness, it's a terrible feeling of longing. And so this homesickness here, longing for our eternal home. But the paradox is that where we find that eternal home, it's not by going out there, it's by going in here. Because when we can go in and connect with our spirit that is of the infinite, that is always and ever has been and ever shall be connected with the universal energies, we can't connect with our true selves. Coming home to yourself is coming home within. And when you do that and you connect with your true soul and come home to that, you also come home to your eternal home. And it's so worth doing. It is so worth doing. And it kind of is amazing to me. I'll sit and think about it and it's like, when's the last time that I felt like lonely? And it just doesn't happen because I'm never alone. I always have me here. So anyhow, the blue flame here, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. When we do these priming exercises, that gateway to meditation in the beginning, and that, letting yourself remain aware as you lie down and begin to fall asleep. As we do all these things, as we get together with friends to dream a new future, to share whatever, benefic things we have to share with our friends and with this new vision of the future, we prime the territory, we lay the foundation. I just got a flash of the bowerbird that goes and gathers all these things and builds this beautiful bower, and he's like, okay, here it is, it's ready. And along comes his female, along comes his partner. So that's what we're doing here, is we are decorating our space, we are priming our mind and our spirit and our emotions. I'm thinking of that Page of Cups that was here. We're doing all of these things, and it is in preparation for activation. It is in preparation for when that spark of luck, of destiny, of universal energy comes in. It has fertile ground to land in. We use our intellect to frame how we would like that to land. Here's my vision of my new life. Here's the ultimate. And we prime as much as we can. It's kind of like a few weeks ago I was talking about how much of your dream life can you make live in the here and now? How much of it is already alive in the here and now? And what other things do you need to do to complete that landscape that is ready to receive this divine spark of activation? Then we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. It's happening. So as the collective, what is the global vision that we are holding for humanity? That we are willing to join hands with our friends and share the burdens, like that 10 of spells over here. Share these burdens and build the foundation for the new future. Build the foundation so when that spark of knowledge, of realization, of awakening hits, it's got someplace to land. Okay. The Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. I want to look this one up. Okay, let me catch up here. We are stardust. Get homesick when you see the Pleiades and Orion and Sirius. Oh. Marcy says, when I was a teenager, I used to go to the terrace of our house at nights, particularly in summer, to watch the stars. That marvelous show from the heavens made me feel that we were not alone, ever. Yes, we're not. Every time you watch Carl Sagan. Yep, there's validation. The stars are watching us. The stars are here. The stars are here, you guys. They're here. So when you look at those stars and you feel the call there, just you're feeling the call because the connection is already there. It's already there. Wrinkle in Time. I need to read that book again. I haven't read it for a while. Okay. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you see the potential in a situation you're facing? What unconscious patterns are being called to bring to light? So that's that Sun card, too, from the Forest of Enchantment, that we are going in and activating the things in our unconscious, those seeds that are there that have been there from before we were born, that have been there from our in-between lives time, those lessons that we took in and those seeds that were planted where we said, okay, here's, there are some things that I would like to work on this time, and it's this and this and this. The particulars of those things were not in our control. We get sucked down magnetically into an energy system that will help us uncover those lessons. So, those unconscious lessons, those seeds that we came in with, are waiting to be activated. They are waiting for those glorious heavenly sun rays to hit and for things to sprout and grow. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. What was I just looking up? And there was the quote about, was it Rob Bresney? There was that quote about, that which, if you don't bring forth that which is in you, it'll destroy you. And if you do bring forth that which is in you, it will redeem you. And what we're talking about here is the gifts that we're given. When you bring them forth, there is your redemption. If you do not bring them forth, they will take you down. So, what you don't bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. So let's go back to that Wheel of Fortune that came out first, and the difference between fate and destiny. Fate, root of the word fatal. So fate is like the unavoidable. We are going to go this way whether we want to or not. Destiny is something that we have to pursue. Destiny is what happens when we do all this preparatory stuff and the activation hits. That activation is your destiny. It is the activation of what is in you, what you are here to bring forth. So destiny is the purpose that you're here to fulfill. Fate is the things that you have chosen or you have not managed to bring up from your unconscious. And that shows up as fate, as the unavoidable, as life clobbering you, as life nailing you. And that too is an opportunity. When you get nailed by life, remember, I hope to plant this seed in your brain. Whenever adversity hits, whenever life nails you, that one of the very first things that you can bring to your consciousness is, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to practice. This is an opportunity to watch myself. This is an opportunity to care for myself. This is an opportunity for me to bring up another thing in my unconscious so that it can be redeemed and activated. And the true spark inside that thing can activate. All right. So bringing the unconscious to light. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. So, the new earth here. This work that we're doing as seed bringers, as star seeds, as seed planters, as the healers, as the light carriers, as the channels and the conduits. We are here to do this collective work. We are here to bring benefit to all of humanity through our individual actions and to the actions that we take part in with groups of like-minded people, like we're doing right now. Like we're doing right now. We are homesick for each other. Here we are. Here we are for each other. We are being activated. We are visualizing the new world, the new earth. We are watching all of this ick come up and explode, come up and explode, come up and explode. Keep holding that vision of these. Ooh, I just got a very strong vision too of the dense sinking and freeing the energy in the light. So all this dense gunk that people are still, and you want to know why the bad actors in this world are acting so badly? Because they are not bringing up what's in their unconscious. They are burying it. They are stifling it. They are sets of symptoms walking. And so they are carriers of very dense, dark energy, dense, dark energy. And if we can carry this blue light activation, blue flame, and think about it like shaking loose so the dense stuff can fall, they need activation too. They need our prayers for activation, for the seeds in them to become bright enough that it can bust out of this deep, dark, unconscious goo that they are carrying. That is the result of their trauma in life. So hoo-wee, that was a channel. What the hell did I just say? So they need our prayers too, and they need us to see that they are part of humanity as well, and we pray those seeds inside them into activation. Okay. 5 books and really? Oh, no, I haven't seen the movies. I've only read the first one. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, my dear. I hope we see you next time. You are very welcome here. And there we go again. We're birthing something new. Absolutely. Symptoms walking. Yes, they are symptom sets. I mean, you look at how they're all just, reactions. Reactions and actions, like the Phoenix Rising. Absolutely, Fran. Absolutely. I want to see a couple more here. Jump in. Big picture thinking. Big picture thinking. A whole new world. A new world order. We're watching Putin just going. Ew. We're watching Illinois. The Democratic governor of Illinois, is set now to sign a bill into law that prohibits the banning of books. That says, it's like part of a library, I can't remember, a library act. Where did I read it? And it says that, no one shall make a law that will prohibit the free sharing of knowledge. Which, First Amendment. We have free speech, but we have to have free access to everything that there is too. So libraries are not allowed to restrict any materials that come in, So here's big picture stuff. There's pushback happening all over the place. And the places where there isn't really a strong pushback, we're watching people get unmasked and uncovered. So we are in incredible times right now, you guys, and in times of great flux, that's when the opportunity is the greatest to affect the energy, to shape the energy. When it's parked and it's inertia. When it's parked and still, it can be hard to get it moving, but it's moving. Things are changing all over the map. It is ripe. The gateway is open. It is ripe for us to reach in. Look at that portal. Reach in. Send our visions in there. Those true visions that, we came in with from the stars. When we think those thoughts, they resonate throughout the entire universe. Whee! Okay, let's see. First is Wrinkle in Time, then there's Wind in the Door. Third one is Swiftly Tilting Planet. The last two, one's called Mini Waters. Mini Waters? Is it really called Mini Waters? I don't know. Anyway, well, you guys, I think that's it for this evening. It certainly was Aquarian stuff about change, internal change, external change, big picture change, getting busy and doing our light work. Yeah. This is fun. I love so much that you guys are here. Every time I hit live, there's people waiting. That makes me so very happy. I have a bunch of unboxings coming because I have this stack that I have got to whittle down. And so there's going to be a bit of a marathon of lots of unboxings coming your way. And I hope, if people are getting out of school for the summer and stuff and taking some summer vacations, I hope that it gets on more people's radars so we can have more fun. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because of how Plutonian I am, sometimes I feel like if the messages aren't really big, deep, if they don't trigger me, that they're not as worthy. But I'm always fascinated at just how the energy changes from week to week and how it is unique each time, So, good. Well, I'm glad everybody has a lot to think about. So do I. Jacob, my guy, will be back tomorrow to start the actual awakening of the computer. So send us some good vibes because, as he said, he's got the physical machine built. As he said, there are defective parts. They happen. So we get to boot everything up tomorrow or turn the machine on and make sure everything works. I have to rearrange things because it's such a fucking beast. It's huge. And the side of it, it's black. The side of it is black glass. You can see inside. It's so interesting. So anyhow, yes, Fran, thank you for that reminder. Sometimes little messages are a relief. No shit. Thank you for that. That's, I needed to hear that. I really did. All right. Yes, positive vibes to you, Laura. Positive vibes to everybody here. Let's take a minute here and take a nice deep breath in. Think about that layer that you pushed out. Breathe out and allow it to push out into vast, limitless space. Energy can never be destroyed. It goes out, it connects, and all of this energy, all of these messages, all of this inspiration that we've heard tonight is in that light and goes out and touches everything. This is a big spell that we do here. So thanks so much for participating. And I will see you next week. I'll see you before that on an unboxing. Please hit that like on the way out. I think everybody did. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you next time, you guys. This time I won't hit the end stream button before I'm actually done. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time. I love you. This is Luna. Blessed be.